What's going on, crime fighters? It's the night, and it's time to unite for Screen Junkies presents the 2015 summer movie preview. So those of you who don't know, the Screen Junkies, they get together, they invite guests, they talk about the most anticipated for the summer, what they expect from the movies, what they're worried about, what they naturally think. So it should be interesting because we have a lot of good ones and a lot of skeptical ones. So it's interesting to see what they have to say. Alright, Hal, take us away.
What's going on, guys? My two favorite seasons are here. Bikini season and summer movie season. That's right. And that means it's time for our summer box office predictions. And we have an esteemed panel to predict with. First, she is the reigning summer box office movie prediction champion from Clever Movies, Erin Robinson. She is our very first summer movie box office prediction champion, chief film critic of the LA Weekly, Amy Nicholson. And you know him as the undefeated movie fights champion. Make some noise for Mr. Dan Merle. Summer box office, summer movie season, kind of getting kicked off with Age of Ultron. Let's just get it out of the way. We all have Avengers 2, Age of Ultron as our number one choice.
There's going to be movies on this top 10, I think, that aren't going to make as much in their entire run as Age of Ultron makes in its first weekend.
So aside from Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, you've each made 9 additional choices. These are the 10 films that our panelists believe will have the highest domestic gross of the summer. First up is Erin Robinson. She is the highest on Tomorrowland, putting it at number 5. She's the only one to have Fantastic Four on her list, putting it at number 7. And she's one of 2 people to have Magic Mike XXL, cracking her top 10. Next up is Amy Nicholson. Along with Erin Robinson, she has Ant-Man ranked at number 3. And she's going out on a limb picking 2 films that no one else has on their list.
Spy.
Melissa McCarthy comedy Spy and Meryl Streep's Ricky and the Flash. Next up is Dan Merle. He has Tomorrowland at number 6. He's the lowest on Ant-Man, putting it at number 9. No. And along with Erin, he's got Magic Mike XXL cracking his top 10. And finally, my list, the correct list. I'm betting on Adam Sandler and Peter Dinklage, putting Pixels at number 10. I'm the highest on Terminator Genesis, putting it at number 5. And I'm the lowest on Minions, putting it all the way down at number 3. I'd like to start off by talking about some outliers that people have on their lists. Let's start with you, Erin. One film that you have on your list that no one else has picked, Fantastic Four. Yeah. Tell me about your faith in Fantastic Four.
Well, I think the trailers have looked good, and I do think that people are curious. I'm at least curious to see it.
Why did each of you omit Fantastic Four?
I had it at the number 10 spot. And then I made my last minute switch to my own personal number 10 pick, and I realized I don't want to put another superhero film in there. I think that there's a market for a different type, so I'm making a bold guess with my 10.
You picked a movie at number 10 that wasn't even close to being on my radar. Ricky and the Flash. Talk to me about Ricky and the Flash, starring Meryl Streep.
Every August, there's like a really strong movie that performs great among women. This, I think, is going to be the one. This is going to be like the Mamma Mia. You know, I don't think it's going to be as big as Mamma Mia, but that audience is going to come see Meryl sing again.
Terminator Genesis. Dan, what are your thoughts?
The first trailer I was intrigued by. The second trailer I was like, no, thank you.
Terminator has worn out most of its goodwill. It's kind of like, that friend that's been crashing on your couch a little bit too long. It's like, Terminator's back, okay. But you know what? We've been friends for so long. I'll see it. Ant-Man. Talk to me about Ant-Man.
I don't think Ant-Man is going to be as big as Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think Ant-Man's going to get an Ultron boost, which will help get it to the top of the rest of the superhero pack. But I think people are going to think Ant-Man is a slight bit of a disappointment.
People seem to be hedging on Ant-Man. Dan, what are your thoughts?
I'm one of the ones that's hedging on Ant-Man. It's number 9 on my list, and I actually kind of struggled with it a little bit because it's kind of an odd man out in the Marvel Universe because it doesn't really connect to Ultron, and it doesn't really seem to connect to Civil War or any of the other movies.
We don't know that. I think that's the reason why Edgar left, is because Marvel wanted to tie it in more with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think that mainstream audiences know that much about Edgar Wright, to be honest. I don't think that they're going to sit, watch billboards, watch trailers, and go, oh, that's that movie that Edgar Wright left, right? Nobody cares. They want to see a superhero movie. It's the summer blockbuster season. I think that Ant-Man is going to make a ton of money.
One movie that I have on my list list that I don't think any of you have on yours. Pixels.
Wow.
I'm betting on the Sandman, and I might get burned.
I'm hesitant because it has Adam Sandler in it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I think the concept's cool. I love Josh Gad. I love Peter Dinklage. I think there's a lot going for this.
Peter freaking Dinklage.
The best.
Yeah.
I love him.
I'm interested to see it, but
Yeah.
it didn't quite get up to the top.
Let's talk about a film that the three of you have at number 2. I have at number 3. Minions. The people love Minions.
I think if there was going to be a movie that could potentially challenge Ultron for number 1,
agree.
it could be Minions.
I completely agree.
I put it at number 3 with Jurassic World number 2. Just gambling on that becoming a phenomenon. Amy, you have Jurassic World number 5.
I have it at 5. This was tough. I went back and forth a lot with Jurassic World and Mission Impossible 5. To me, Mission Impossible 5 and Jurassic World are like the battle of the 90s franchises still fighting it out today. And it's like how much nostalgia is going to win out and how much are new kids going to care either way.
If it's great, I think it could really be a phenomenon and go, rocket. If it's mediocre to bad, I think it could open big and then kind of peter off as it goes.
Now, Erin, you don't have Mission Impossible on your list. Amy, you have Mission Impossible as number 4. Which one of you is correct?
I feel like Tom Cruise doesn't fill seats in theaters anymore. I mean, Edge of Tomorrow was an awesome movie, and not a lot of people showed up for that.
I think he's on an upswing. I feel like the conversation about him is starting to change. I don't think he's at all the box office poison people thought he was. I think people cannot stop talking about that plane thing.
I could see that 50 times. And
That's
never
good stuff.
That's good stuff.
But you have to see it in the trailer over and over again.
But now you can see it big.
Tomorrowland. That's another movie that could potentially appeal to kids. Maybe it'll capture adults' imaginations. Dan, let's see where you had Tomorrowland. You have it at
6.
number
6 on my list.
Yeah.
I had it as high as 3. I had it as low as 8 or 9. This more than any of the other movies, I don't know what to do with this movie because we don't know what this movie is. And I think more than the thing that scares me about Tomorrowland, either up or down, is I think more than anything else on the list, it's completely based on how good the movie is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel a jinx around this movie. I feel like even the studio feels like this movie is jinx. I don't feel like they're selling it that much.
Yeah.
It feels like they're sort of like, let's just John Carter this one.
Melissa McCarthy's back. Spy. She's teaming up with Jason Statham, Paul Feig. That's a great combo. That's a combo that has worked several times. Amy, you have Spy at number 7.
I do. I believe very strongly in Spy. There's like so many female comedies this summer, which is really nice to see, actually. This is going to be the one that people go to. Nobody's going to go see the Reese Witherspoon one, I think, at all.
I think Melissa McCarthy runs into an issue because she's playing that same character she always plays in every movie. I feel like that, police detective thing. I think audiences...
Erin, are you saying that you have McCarthy fatigue?
No, I'm kidding.
Hashtag
I
McCarthy
actually really
fatigue?
love her. I'm thinking about audiences. I think
Yeah.
audiences see this trailer and don't know why it's any different from any other Melissa McCarthy movie they've ever seen. And I think that's going to hurt it. I agree. I think it's going to be good, but I just don't think it's going to make the money at the box office.
When I was putting together my list, it came down between Spy and Ted 2. And comedy-wise, I just went with Ted 2.
I don't know if it's going to be nearly as good as the first one, but I think it's going to do okay. I don't see that many adult comedies, so I wanted to put that one on. I think it's going to do fine.
I'm like, it's not, I don't really want to see an animated bear talking about sperm. It's just not that fun for me.
Dan, you have Ted 2 on your list.
I do. I have it at number 7.
Yeah.
It was a reluctant number 7. I think this, more than How, Million Ways to Die in the West,
Yes.
is going to be the verdict on
I agree.
what the public thinks about Seth MacFarlane.
Who knows? Maybe it'll hit like another comedy sequel, 22 Jump Street. You never know. A movie that I'm excited about, but I don't think it's gonna crack the top 10, Mad Max Fury Road.
I know. I really was so sad it wouldn't be in my top 10, but I want it to be so bad.
But, yeah, none of us have it on our list.
Wow.
Also, it's a hard R. It is going to be dark and demented, and I don't think that that's necessarily attractive to some.
But I'll tell you one thing, me likey hard R. So,
Me like you do.
yeah. How come you don't have it on your top 10? Because you and I have talked about this movie. You're excited about this movie.
I'm so excited for this movie, and making my list, it was the ultimate, do I think with my heart or do I think with my brain?
Yes.
And I'm so pumped for Mad Max, and I know so many other people that are, but when I take a step back and look at it, I see Pacific Rim. It has Comic-Con excited, it has, the people that are really into that kind of thing excited, but I don't think it's going to have that crossover appeal, especially with an R rating.
It's hitting early, though, which is good. But again, there's no marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's coming out so soon. The fact that it isn't more on people's lips besides us,
The three of us, four of us.
makes me nervous.
What movies do you love? We want to see your top 10 list. Leave us your list in the comments section below. What are going to be the top 10 domestic grossing films this summer? That's from May 1st to Labor Day. Let us know. The best list, the one who's closest to the actual list, is going to win a Screen Junkies t-shirt. Speaking of t-shirts, check out this cool new t-shirt. We have new Screen Junkies t-shirts, new Honest Trailers t-shirts, kind of awesome. Check out our District Line store. The link is in the description below. And check out this cool panel. I want to thank you for being here. Aaron Robinson, Amy Nicholson, Dan Merle. Follow them all on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm Hal Rudnick. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. The series finale of The Sopranos. You got Tony and his family sitting down for a nice meal. Mysterious men coming and going, and then... Don't stop. What happened? Is Tony dead?
Well, guys. Alright. That was interesting. So what I've done, the reason why my head was down the whole time is I was making a list of my own. I thought it would be cool to do so in the lights of it all. So, here's my list. Age of Ultron, obviously. Minions, because that movie's going to make a hell of a lot of damn money. Ant-Man, because people are sleeping on it and it's going to be great. It's going to be this year's Guardians of the Galaxy. It is, hands down. Because the trailer is ridiculous. Paul Rudd is hilarious. The action, the CGI, everything. People are sleeping on Ant-Man just because he's Ant-Man. No, shut up. Tomorrowland, because that's going to be great. Jurassic World, I think people are excited, but still kind of skeptical, so it's not going to be like, oh my god, amazing, but it's going to do really well. Terminator, number 6. Jurassic World and Terminator can be flip-flopped to me, either side. It doesn't matter which. I kind of find them in the same level. So yeah, I think that they can be switched out for a 5 or 6 spot. They can be swapped, whichever. It doesn't really matter. I'll hold them equal. Number 7, Inside Out. It's only because it's a kid's movie and it's Pixar, so we all know that just makes money regardless. Number 8, Mission Impossible. I think it's going to be a good movie, but a lot of people aren't going to go see this as much because nothing's attached to it. Ghost Protocol was a great movie, but the only reason it did so much is because it had The Dark Knight Rises attached to it. That's the only reason it did as good as it did. So, this time with nothing attached to it, it's going to do alright. Number 9, Fantastic Four. It's not going to do good. No one gives a shit about this movie. I don't. So it's like, whatever. It'll make some kind of money because, like she said, people are curious, but it's not going to do well. And last, like they said, Pixels. Regardless how anyone feels about Adam Sandler, that man brings in money every time he has a movie out, no matter how bad it is. So Pixels definitely will be, and it's a cool concept, you know, to see old games and things like that. So it's going to make money based off those principles alone, you know? But, so, what do you guys think? I want you guys to put down your top 10 in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think and where you place them, and if you want to explain why, go right ahead. But I want to see you guys' top 10, so let me know. Let's talk about it. I've explained mine. What's you guys? Alright, y'all. Join me in the road to 1,000 subscribers. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe if you haven't already. Live from World of Our Own, it's the night. And I'll see y'all later.